Suppose that you wish to fabricate a uniform wire out of 1 gram of copper. If the wire is to be have a resistance of 0.5 ohms, and if all the copper is to be used, what will be the length and the diameter? This is the question that problem 12 asks. To solve this, we're going to have to do a couple things, but just to be hint, there's a couple page numbers you're going to need to know about this, and plus we're going to have to go and use volume, but we'll get to that later. First, I've written down all the variables. I converted this into kilograms because it's easy for me. And also I found the resistivity. For the resistivity, you're gonna need to go to this page. It's page it's exactly page 576, and it tells you the resistivity. And the resistivity is 1.7 times 10 to the power of negative 8. Now, before we do anything, please remember that the equation I'm going to use is R equals resistivity times length over area. These two variables are going to be important. But how do we solve a problem when we don't know two variables? For that, we're going to have to introduce another equation. The equation for volume, which is volume equals mass times composition, or density. So we have our mass, now we're going to need the density, but where are we going to find the density of copper? Well, here's the deal. We're going to have to go to another page. Hold on a minute. This is embarrassing. I'll try this out. If I don't, if I don't edit this out, I'm just gonna go skip to a point of video where you can edit this out. Okay. Here we are. This is the density for some substances. So one of them just happens to be copper, and this is on page 220 and 74. Again, this is at 200. This page. Now, after we find a volume, which is 1.112 times 10 to the power negative 7 meters squared, we have to notice that volume is also area times length. We're going to use this later in part B, but first we're going to use it in part A. We solve it so that volume divided by area equals length. Now we're going to have to tackle the equation. First, plug in your variables. You need your resistance value of 0.5 ohms, your ohm meters, yes, that I call them ohm meters. Let's all call them ohm meters. 1.77 times 10 to negative 8. And we have our unknown values. Solve, and you get area equals length divided by 3.4 times 10 to the negative 8 power of negative 8. Plug in area. Solve until you get L squared equals 3.3. Find the square root, and you get L equals 1.82 meters. Now, take your volume. Now, for volume, here we have a problem with area. The area of a circle is pi times r squared. But here's the deal. You could use pi equals d squared over 4. Because why? The radius, which is r, have a diameter, which is d. But you're gonna have to square it, so you get you get that the square root of a diameter is d squared divided by 4. Now I chose to use a simpler method, and I'm going to multiply by 2, which you see here. But first we're going to have to go there. So I am so sorry. You have a volume of 1.12 times 10 to the power of negative 7 meters cubed equals equals equation for area of a circle times the length, which is 1.82 meters. Multiply this together and you get r equals 1.96 times 10 to the power of negative 10. Find the square root equals 1.4 times 10 to the power of negative 4. Multiply by 2, you get 2.8 times 10 to the power of negative 4. I hope this is helpful. Bye-bye.